Hello, my name is Jeffrey Morton. I'm the chair of the art department here at Covenant College, and I want to give you a tour of the Lucas Art Workshop. As you come from the upper part of the campus to the lower campus, you'll notice a very modern and contemporary building comprised of two particular modules. As you step in, I want you to pay careful attention to the variety of materials that are used to construct this building, from exposed concrete, to wood siding and metal, rocks, all kinds of things that make up our building. On this wall here, you'll notice there's some wood cedar siding, and that is used to quote the former art barn that sat in this location. You'll also notice Corten steel, which is a rusted steel, and apparently it gets stronger as it's exposed to the elements. You'll also see things like quarry rock, which in my mind quotes some contemporary sculptor who uses those materials. As you walk your way around the building, you'll notice things like aluminum and glass. One of the main reasons for the glass is it allows for a lot of light to enter into our building, and as you enter through the front door here, you will walk into a large space that is used to display student artworks. During their time here, students are given opportunities to display their works, from classworks to their senior theses, among many other purposes for this room. As you work around here, you'll notice it also functions as a classroom and a multi-purpose room if possible. This building is dedicated to Dave and Linda Lucas, and we built this structure in 2016 and dedicated at that time. One of the most important things about our construction is we asked our former students and alumni and others what they liked about the old art barn. They told us many things, but what we came up with, there were two things that guided our structure. One was everybody thought it was the windows, there were a lot of windows, it was open to light and open to nature. Secondly, they thought that the building was welcoming and accessible, and it was different than any other building on campus. We're here in my favorite spot, which is called the gallery spot. And what's unique about this area is you can spin around in 360 degrees and see northern light. And you can also see light from the west. And as you continue to turn around, of course, there's a southern light. And finally, you'll notice an eastern light. One of the particular features of this building are these windows that are constructed on the inside. These windows, there are 11 of them, that came from the former art barn, and we've repurposed them in this area. The windows function in two ways. One is it creates a fluid space from one area to the other, and then pedagogically, it kind of opens up and says, hey, take a look inside, take a look at what we're doing. This is the 3D studio where Professor KB Joseph does a lot of teaching. We teach a lot of ceramics here. We have 10 ceramic wheels, and just beyond the wheels is a kiln room. This is also a place where we teach sculpture. We teach some figurative and anatomical type of sculpture, as well as portrait busts, among other kinds of objects that are made out of clay and materials as like. You'll notice up on the wall we have a horse that's made out of wire and constructed in one of our classrooms. And so each of these studios, this is the south module, this is the 3D module, it too is bathed in light. As you walk your way through the studio from the outside, from the inside to the outside, you'll notice there's a pathway between the two studios. I want to pause here for a moment and sort of point out one of my favorite features of this building. It happens to be that channel. That channel went through a lot of conversation because we wanted to make certain that when rain does happen, that we would keep water out of the building. It's a beautiful sort of linear element, but it's a very functional element as well. Just unlock the door here as I walk into the 2D studio. The 2D studio is the area where I teach. I teach painting and drawing, among some other things. And as you look around the room, you'll see easels, remnants of a still life, a view of the outdoors as you look throughout the building. And you'll come over to a large bank of windows. This is on the north side of the building. One of the main reasons artists like northern windows is because it's the only area where you don't get any direct light. And besides, we could just sort of take a little look up the hill, and there's the backside of Carter Hall. We get to see where the other part of our campus lives. Moving through this module, the 2D space, are places where students sort of can store their works and have access to the studio. Students are given 24-hour access to the building as you look through it. There are some other features in this place, such as studios and office spaces for faculty members. We do have these rooms open and available to others. And I kind of wanted to end here with a picture of the former art barn. And that's what the building used to look like. It was an old A-frame structure that was comprised out of wood timbers and metal frames as such. I want to thank you for giving us your time today to look through the Lucas Art Workshop.